Dude, I still think that fucking comment, like when IGN posted the Snyder cut has 10% of is shot in 10% slow motion. And someone just goes, and the comment is, that's 10% too much.
Yeah, that
Remember that?
dude, fucking Zack Snyder has the worst issue with slow-mo ever in any director. I don't think there's a director that overuses it more.
Well, we're already talking about it, even though it's not on here. But yeah, Snyder cut. Holy shit, 4 hours. I think I watched that in like 3 sittings. And I think this does not make this movie any better. If anything, it makes it worse.
In the words of my wife, why the fuck did you turn this on? It's the best.
Did it take you 2 sittings, or did you watch it in 1 sitting?
One sitting. It's like fucking. I think we watched it over like the course of a week, and by the end of it, like every time a cringe thing came on, so
that fantastic ending scene.
Let me just talk about that. There's the 2 worst scenes in the movie are that fucking Aquaman singing scene is awful. Awful where the leaders are like, oh yeah, Aquaman, hallelujah. Like it's so fucking cheesy. And then the worst part of the movie, no shit.
The flash scene.
Yes. Creepy. So creepy. Fucking rapist vibes. Ugh, just nasty. And just like, dude, I'm like, oh, stop. You literally, Flash is one of my favorite superheroes, and it's just fucking ruins the character. All right. Anyway, this isn't a Flash review or an Aquaman review. This is a Joker ranking.
Batman movies review. Yeah, we're just ranking Joker movies.
I don't know why Joker's on there because Bruce is in it for about a total of 3 minutes, but we're gonna rank it because
was Ben Affleck in Joker? I can't remember.
No, Bruce, little Bruce. Remember he goes.
Little Bruce.
Went to the guy, he's like, "Who's put a smile on that face?" You get it, guys. You get that? Do you understand the reference? Like, God, man.
I know you. I'm actually gonna have fun talking about Joker because I was a bigger fan of that than you were.
Yes, you are a much bigger fan of that. Okay, but let's talk about the original, the one that got. And there's no Batman Fantasia. Phantom. How do you say it?
Fantasia.
Not Fantasia. Phantom.
That's a Disney property.
No, the movie, the animated movie, the original Batman movie from the original cartoon everybody loves. Phantom of the Opera. It's not Phantom of the Opera, but okay, I guess you've never seen it.
I honestly, it's the first Batman animated movie.
Yeah, it was in movie theaters and everything. I saw it when I was a kid in movie theaters. I can't remember it. Everybody tells me I should rewatch it. It's like one of the greatest Batman films of all time. I just never got a chance to. But I do love the design of that character and everything. But
sorry.
I was just gonna say it's not on the list anyway, but I guess these are mostly live action only, it looks like.
Yeah, I honestly haven't seen too many Batman animated movies. I used to watch the DC shows like Justice League and stuff. But
yeah, this one took place after the original show, like the 1990s Batman show. But anyway, let's talk about 1989, the year that changed Batman forever. Because this was
remember when it came out?
Yeah, well, it was my birthday. So
your birthday, yeah.
I really, this movie is obviously outdated at this point in a lot of aspects. I watched it about 4 years ago. However, I have to give a lot of credit. I think this is one of those movies that I love talking about when people, when a trailer comes out and people are like, oh, he can't play this. And that's what everybody did. When Michael Keaton first was announced and they, talked about him being the Bruce Wayne, the Batman. This is, a little comic knowledge. This is a few years after The Dark Knight Returns, which is the comic that changed Batman to more of a darker approach. And so we were in like the height of Batman being like that moody, dark, fucking, bigger than life type form. It wasn't any more of like just Detective Batman, let's go solve a case. And this was in a couple of years after this was when Bane was introduced and broke the bat. So this was like kind of the turning point for Batman going darker. So people are like, oh, Michael Keaton can't do that. I guess he's going to play Goofy Bruce. And he came in and he played a pretty damn good Batman. He played the Playboy really well. I liked that aspect. I thought he did a good job playing that Bruce Wayne and that more serious Batman. I thought he came off intimidating for the time. That was definitely a darker Batman, and yeah, it
Yeah.
was. It's an enjoyable film. I can't say like I love it. It's actually not the first Batman film I saw in theaters because I was a baby. But I really did enjoy it. I just didn't think it was amazing.
I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I like the Batman. I think I've only seen it like twice. Um, but I enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, that was a big role like for Jack Nicholson at that time. I mean, Shining had just come out like what, like 4 years earlier. Um,
Um,
or was Shining in the 70s? It was 80s, right? I think.
yeah, that was definitely 80s.
It's
But
like 85 or something, right?
I think it was
Or
only like a year
84.
or two before. But either way, that's a good callback. I forgot about Jack Nicholson. He was
Yeah,
really
you didn't
good.
mention Jack Nicholson. Yeah, like I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, we're gonna get to it when we talk about Dark Knight, but he coached Heath Ledger, during the Dark Knight. But yeah, I like the Batman. I think it's an entertaining movie. I think that it's got really solid acting. It definitely has like a comic type of acting. It's a Tim Burton film, so it's got all that weirdness. That's great about his movies. But there's I can't really say I'd put it in like awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
it's weird.
because
I
I
would.
think that hold on, I just want to say I can't say I would put it in awesome and definitely not superior because I don't like that suit design for Batman. I still think that the camera work for that time was good, but just the fight scenes and just the way that like Michael moves as Batman just is not what I want from a Batman movie.
Yeah, it's
So
outdated.
that's why, yeah, it's very outdated in that sense. It's what it is. It's like an art piece. Like you go back, you watch it, you're like, this was well done. Like the camera work, the costume design, all that was good. The acting was solid. But as far as like great fight scenes or like what I want to see when I watch a Batman movie, it's not there for me at the top. So that's why I'm probably going to put it in good, but not great.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in good as well because it's like right on the cusp of great for me. But it didn't just reach there pretty much. Saying that, Batman Returns, surprisingly, rewatching a few years ago, I really enjoyed this
I think it's
movie.
a better movie.
The atmosphere is near perfect for Gotham. It's this neon light, beautifully lit city, but fucking like dirty at the same time. It's that weird mix. Um, I personally like Catwoman here, but I really also like Penguin in here. Over the top at times, but then you got those fucking gritty ass scenes with him eating a fish. It's just nasty. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And this is the first movie I saw in theaters at 4 years old. So this one really like kind of stuck with me as a kid. But rewatching it, I was really surprised. I kind of went in thinking I'm going to hate this movie, and I had a good time watching. It's not like the greatest Batman film of all time, but between the Penguin, Catwoman, and again Michael Keaton returning, these three factors really help me think it's a better made movie. So I'm gonna put that in the great. It's not like super amazing, but I really do think it has a lot of great moments in it.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much echo what you said. I mean, I love that movie. It's great. So that's why I put it in great. I mean, like I was saying, I don't love Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. I think I'm just not the biggest Michelle Pfeiffer fan. Like I think that just her beauty during that time is, I personally think she's overrated as far as her beauty. I mean, like my dad and like many other people have said, "Oh, she's one of those beautiful people of the '80s." But it's like not for me personally. And as I was saying, before we started, there's something about that costume that I'm just not a fan of. Like the leather, the stitches, like
Definitely has a
it's
more
just,
horror feel.
yeah, it's not like a modern type of Catwoman suit that I like. I like modern looking Batman. I like modern looking Catwoman. I like some tech, I like some, like a lot of black on the costumes. I like it to look a little bit more modern, sculpted, I guess is the word, instead of looking like an actual costume. Is more of something they're wearing like utility. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a great movie. Like I love the Penguin in it. Like I love Danny DeVito. I'm not the biggest fan of Michelle Pfeiffer, but I feel like she did fine. Um, you know, I feel like I didn't mention this when we were talking about the Batman. I think Michael Keaton's a great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's my favorite Bruce Wayne, but I think he's definitely up there.
Interesting. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I personally enjoy him. I personally enjoy him as Batman. I enjoy the movie, and he's going to be making a comeback in the Flash movie. So I'm interested.
He is
to see,
returning. Old man Keaton.
Yeah. Do I have to watch like the Flash CW show to understand the movie, or this is the Ezra Miller, right? So
This is the Ezra Miller. This is gonna be like a Flashpoint.
It's like because Flash goes into like different universes and shit, right?
He basically redoes the timeline. I don't know if they're gonna make Michael Keaton the Batman who kills, which was originally Bruce Wayne's father, because Bruce Wayne dies. Yeah. No, not Zack Snyder's fucking shitty ass take. Like that's the official take.
Let's talk about the nightmare at the end of Snyder Cut.
Yeah, we'll talk about the nightmare with Batman vs Superman and the fucking nightmare movie it was. So Batman and Robin. I'm sorry. Batman Forever.
Batman Forever. Val Kilmer's only appearance as Batman.
Yeah. This was fucking a failure. This is a shit movie. I tried to rewatch it. we got about halfway. You know what the problem with this movie is? It doesn't know what it wants to be. It doesn't know if it wants to be more funny. It doesn't know if it wants to be an action movie. And it fails on both. And
the pacing is disjointed as hell.
Yeah, the Riddler, Two-Face, not a good combo. The chemistry was not there, and you can tell.
Which is a shame because those two actors are incredible.
Oh yeah, I mean even Val Kilmer is good. I mean that's the problem. All the actors and actresses are good, but fucking this is the movie that literally Tommy Lee Jones said he wanted to fucking shoot Jim Carrey in the face in real life. Like he hated him this much on this movie. I think this movie's trash for the most part. Yeah, that. Yeah, much else. It's not a good movie.
It's just I haven't seen it. I think I've maybe seen it twice, like a long time, like 15 years ago when it was on like TNT.
Yeah, that's where it belongs.
When cable was still a thing.
TNT at fucking 11 a.m. in the morning. Nobody's watched.
Yeah. Yeah, like on a Sunday. Yeah, I'd have to go back and try to check it out. I don't really want to, but
no.
Yeah, Val Kilmer Val Kilmer's fine. I don't. Yeah. He's a very moderate actor. I don't think he's an incredible actor. I don't think he's a bad actor. He's just fine. Michael Keaton's definitely a better actor, but
I think Michael Keaton's a better actor. Yeah, but though the Val Kilmer film was actually really good. If you haven't seen it yet, it's like 30 years of his life, and it's clips from like when he was like a teenager,
go through like his addiction and shit.
Yeah, and it's actually really really fascinating what happened to him and the drug addiction and all that shit. But anyway, sorry, keep going.
I'll definitely check that out. He's fat now, but at least he's sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I should put it in okay or failure. I think I remember enjoying some scenes about it, but
because there's worse movies on this list.
Yeah, well, the next one we're getting to, I feel very passionately about, and I know where that's going, right in the fucking shithole.
Well, you can just talk about that then.
Yeah, I'm going to, I'm going to put it in failure just because I feel like it doesn't have a lot of redeeming qualities to it. I feel like Jim Carrey in it was very annoying. Like just what I want from the Riddler.
It's not that.
Yeah, and Tommy Lee again, terrific actor, a legendary actor, but just not what I want from Two-Face.
You knew that he was there for a paycheck. That was a paycheck.
100%. His costume design too. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's hard.
It looks like dog shit. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in failure because I feel like if I was to go back and watch it, I would not be able to finish it. Much like this movie.
You know why I put this in failure too? Because this was like a crack, like from good, great to what the fuck, like it was such a tremendous fall. If it was slow burning fall.
Did Tim do this one too?
No, He did not. I'm almost sure he didn't do this movie. Like
And he didn't do Batman and Robin as well. Right?
He definitely didn't do Batman. Batman and Robin was done by legendary film creator, but he does a lot of like campy kids movies too, which would work, but not for this.
I want to get to that word because we were talking about Batman and Robin a few weeks ago, and I'm still trying to. I know what you mean by it. I want to discuss it a little bit more. So
Batman and Robin.
I'm looking at the directors here for Forever and Batman and Robin.
Yeah, look up Forever. I think it's the same director as Batman and Robin.
Bill Schumacher is Forever.
Okay, yeah, Schumacher's also.
And then Batman and Robin is
Schumacher.
Also Schumacher.
Yeah. Okay.
So Bill Schumacher. Sorry.
Batman and Robin. I'll say this: it's entertaining at times, like of how bad it is, like how campy it is. Like I legit was laughing, not because they wanted me to laugh, but because
the acting is so terrible.
It's not even it's that too, but like it's just that the direction of the movie is so bizarre. Like the Bat card and like what?
It's like almost not even a Batman movie. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, why is Mr. Freeze making Freeze?
Almost like a parody.
Yeah, like that's not Mr. Freeze. Like like I got the Riddler.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger's not your envisioning of Mr. Freeze?
Well, the build isn't bad. It's the fact that he's just like, where you going? It's cold out. And I'm like, no. So yeah, this
almost like a porn movie.
Yeah, that's what it felt like a porno of Batman, except I didn't want to watch it. And I would say this, I think it made more of an impact than Batman Forever just because of the bat nipples and the bat card and the freeze and the poison ivy and the atrocious fucking Bane, whatever the fuck that was.
Bat nipples.
Oh, you don't remember bat nipples?
No, what's bat nipples?
Holy shit! You don't. Okay, so Batman has.
I haven't seen this or Forever in a long time.
So this has like his suit has nipples on the bat, like actual nipples popping out. I'm not fucking making a joke, right? It's real.
That's right. You're right. Wait, Bane was in this?
Oh, Bane was in it. Bane was in it. You don't remember?
I barely.
I'm gonna break the bat. Horrible. So this is a failure, but I think it actually made more of an impact than fucking Batman Forever. Like I legit remember more of this terrible fucking movie than Batman Forever.
You just said it wasn't failure.
Oh, it's a failure.
Oh, I think you said it wasn't a failure.
Oh no, it's a fucking failure. It's a failure that it fucking destroyed the franchise for 10 years. No, it's a horrible movie, but it's more fun to watch than Batman Forever, at least in my opinion. They're both shit.
Our lists are identical right now, but I think they're about to change.
Oh, we're gonna be changing right here.
Yeah. Batman Robin, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I remember it being very dumb. I mean, I love dumb, weird, satirical shit. I find stuff that's really bad funny as long as it has some substance to it. As long like Sharknado or movies like that, I find entertaining. Snakes on a Plane. This, like I was saying, it didn't almost even feel like a Batman movie. It felt like a porn. It felt like a porn of Batman, like a parody, like something you'd see on Brazzers.com. Yeah, like I'd be interested to go back and watch it and just see the campiness of it.
You don't have to. I was just saying because we were just watching them because we just wanted to watch them in a row. And,
you and Kelly?
Yeah, and Kelly couldn't even. Like she couldn't even. Yeah, she just had to walk away. She's gonna watch it.
I will say this. I think George Clooney is easily the worst Batman choice ever.
I think George Clooney's just not that great of an actor, but that's a whole different
subject. I think he's a little overrated too.
A little.
He has some great. He does have some great roles that he's had in his
He's all right. He's all right. It's like
Burn after reading. Oh brother, where art thou?
But he's not even the best part of those movies.
He's a big part of those movies.
No, I'm saying he's not the best part though. That's
I know he's not the best, but he's kind of like the lead role in those movies.
Yeah, but if you're not the best part and you're the lead role, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get to the real Batman films that changed the world.
You and I definitely have different opinions on this one.
Do we?
I think so.
I don't know. What would you say about Batman Begins?
Oh, am I going first now?
Yeah, you go first. 10 out of 10.
I think Batman Begins is an awesome movie. I wasn't the biggest fan of it when I first saw it. And then I started to like it more after seeing it a few more times. This was Chris Nolan's, first movie and kind of breaking into the Batman universe. Chris Nolan doesn't have a style of Batman that I particularly love. He definitely borders on more the realistic side. As we know, Batman definitely has some supernatural elements with its enemies and its world. That's not really the tone of Batman that I like, but just as an awesome movie, delving into the underworld of like a realistic Gotham and seeing like a realistic take on like a vigilante superhero, I think it's an awesome movie, and I think it was done very well. The acting in it, I feel like, is all solid. I do love Liam Neeson. I don't know if he's necessarily a great, Ra's al Ghul.
Maybe they'll actually fucking hire.
I feel like his
appropriate Ra's al Ghul one day, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Same with Bane too, but we'll get to that. But I feel like his writing though was good. Just again, like Chris Nolan's envisioning of Batman and its villains are very different than how they are on the comics. But
I think he does a pretty good job. Yeah.
I think there's similarities like Scarecrow, but then you look at stuff like Bane and Ra's al Ghul, and it's quite different. But I think it's an awesome movie. I think the fight scenes in it are great. It's got some really memorable scenes, like when he first, goes to the shipyard and he's taking up all those dudes, and you see that dude fucking like shooting at the fucking air when you see him passing by, and you just go "Who are you?" Or no, what was it? He's like, "Where are you?"
Here.
That's when we first heard the voice, the iconic.
Well, you know what?
Voice that I know you love.
No, well, I don't think Batman Begins has that bad of a voice. I think it really got worse in Dark Knight, which we'll get to. But I think Begins is like kind of borderline of like darker, like
I agree,
a little gravelly, but not like what he does later. But okay, so I agree with some of your sentiments. I mean, it's Christopher Nolan, so it's shot beautifully. The actors are all solid. We got some of the heaviest hitters in the game at that time. I do think that, like you said, it's going for a realistic approach. I do think it mostly hits the target there. This does feel like I can walk into this Gotham. Like it doesn't feel like that out of world. That like something like Batman Returns. That definitely felt like this is a comic world. There's things I do like about Batman Begins. I like that's more of a slow burn, that we see the training, him learning to fight, things like that, so it just doesn't jump into his career as Batman. And I do like the element of him being more stealthy. I think that's cool. Saying that, I do think it has a lot of issues. Where you said the fight scenes are great, I think they're horrendous. I think they're some of the worst fight scenes ever.
Really?
I think.
Why's that?
So Christopher Nolan,
the way they're shot.
Yeah, if you ask me, Christopher Nolan's biggest weakness, besides being overambitious at times, is that his fight scenes are just fucking awful. Like Inceptions were okay, but that was many years later. This fight scene, it's very like this.
Yeah, it's I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
And then you're like, what happened? And Batman won. I'm like, what the fuck? It works for the stealth scenes, not when you're fighting. So I think the fight scenes are horrendous in this movie. And my problem with that is that the training fight scenes aren't too bad. But then when he's Batman, the
Brotherhood of Shadow stuff I thought was good.
Yeah, and so I'm like, wait, we get all the training and then his fucking fight scenes suck. Like that just that bothered me a lot.
If I can say, I think the main problem with these three movies, this might seem Like it doesn't make sense because it's Batman movies. They're all too fucking dark.
Well, yeah, I mean
It's almost too dark to see some things sometimes. And like you said, you're like even fight scenes like in the dark in particular, you just like what the fuck happened? Like even like that fight scene in The Dark Knight, like when he goes into the club to fucking get Salvatore or whatever the fuck his name is. You can't. I don't know what happens
because
like,
you know what it is.
You just see him jump up on the table. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like the flashes. Yeah, it's. I agree with you. I think I said they're great just because I mainly the Brotherhood Shadow stuff. I don't feel like there's too many fight scenes with him as Batman. Like this was very much more based around
I don't know.
the stealth
The
element.
ending had a lot.
That's right. Yeah, the ending
That's what really dreaded. I will say I like that you mentioned Scarecrow. I wasn't a huge fan of Ra's al Ghul in this. I think he's okay, but I'm not a big Ra's al Ghul fan. Scarecrow was fucking great. Perfectly done.
Murphy's just a great actor.
Yeah, and he's an amazing actor. He's the best actor in the movie for me. So I like this movie. I think it's highly overrated, but I like it. I like the approach that it was going for. I like that it was a darker tone, even though that was a curse for superhero movies because every other movie tried to emulate this for a while until Avengers was like, nah, we're just going to go crazy superhero. And everyone's like, yeah, that's cool. And so, but for a while, everybody
was a different time. Yeah, this was a different time for superhero movies. This was 2005. So
yeah, so I'm gonna put this in good. I think it's better than the Batman 1989, but I don't think it's quite up there with great for me. I think it's a good starting point. Which I think it's rated like 82%, which would be right above good. So I think some people might agree with me, but some people absolutely love this movie too. So
I think for me, I put in awesome just because I have some reverence for it and memories. Like this was one of my mom's favorite movies. She watched a lot. She liked to rewatch movies, but it was on a lot in my house when I lived with her, and so maybe I have like some that's what I'm looking for. Nostalgia for it.
Or a movie just connects with you. You know, there's movies out there that just connect.
Yeah, exactly. Like I really love the opening a lot. I think the first like hour or so is great, just showing Bruce in like a fucking prison where like fucking Thailand or some shit.
I love that training shit because you never got that before, and it was something for Batman fans to be like, oh, this is how he becomes the Batman.
And those training scenes with Ra's, I think, were done really well. Like I think just the quotables from Ra's and just the fights themselves, I thought were great.
Yeah.
I think it's when he comes back to Gotham is when I think the drop kind of happens.
I think
it picks up a little bit at the end. It picks up a little bit at the end, in the middle.
I think Scarecrow helps it build back up.
Yeah. When you meet Scarecrow, that's when it becomes a lot better. And then the ending kind of falls off a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to put in awesome because I do really enjoy this movie. And it's probably my second favorite Batman movie.
I think that's fair. I think a lot of people really love this. So now we get to The Dark Knight, which is one of the only Oscar superhero movies, Oscar nominated and won.
I think we can agree on where this goes.
Yeah. With Dark Knight, I remember seeing this in the theater. It was a hype movie, like you had to go see it.
I saw it 3 times.
In the theaters. I saw it twice, and that was rare for me back then. This came out when I was in high school, right? Right as Iron Man.
2008. I was 15, so you were 17. No.
Oh well, kind of high school, maybe not. And so I kind of drop it out. But I like Dark Knight a lot. I mean, the biggest reason this movie's good, and it's no surprise, Heath Ledger absolutely knocks it out of the park. One of the greatest performances ever for me. So iconic that nobody probably will ever measure up to that Joker. And that, it's a great thing and a bad thing because you're never going to get one like that, at least in my opinion. Maybe 20 years from now when we're old, some newcomer comes in and just blows it away and we're like, well, he was good, but not as good. But all the new kids are like, no, he was a fantastic. I'll tell you right now, it ain't going to be Jared Leto, though. So Heath Ledger.
You don't think Jared Leto's the best?
I think Jared Leto's Joker performance belongs on the end of like a fucking, pile of shit, but under the shit. So the shit covers the smell of that fucking performance.
He's the fly shit on the shit.
He's like, yo, I'm Joker, the mobster Joker. Shut the fuck up, Jared.
I fucking hate his laugh so much. That fucking laugh drives me insane.
You want to kill me, Batman?
I hate his fucking design.
Do you want
I
to make
hate his
love to me?
design. I hate his voice. Like the idea of like a gangster Joker that's got a fucking grill and fucking tats and like does that shit. Like it looks like shit. He sounds like shit. It's a shame. He's such a great fucking actor.
He could be. Yeah, he
He's
does do
such a
some good
great
performance.
actor, and like it's such a dog shit performance, and he loves that role. Like he's come out, he loves that he did that role.
He's
He thinks
fucking
that's one of
insane.
his best roles.
No, he's fucking insane.
It's insanity.
All right, let's get back to the good stuff. So, Dark Knight.
Go watch Dallas Buyers Club. You'll see what I mean about Zach.
Oh, he was really good in that. So Dark Knight, I really enjoy it. I don't even view it sometimes as a Batman film. I view it as a fucking crime thriller. And
it's a generation movie, I feel like.
Yeah, it's just so well done. And what I love about this movie is something that Christopher Nolan did really well before all these superhero movies connect, is you really don't have to watch any other Batman film. You could just watch this film and you know Batman has to stop Joker, and that's it. So yeah, I think this is shot much better than Batman Begins in terms of fight
100%.
scenes. Not 100% in terms of like everything looking much better, because like that last fight scene with like the fucking Batman fighting with the dogs, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Am I having a seizure? But I will say that the acting was impeccable from almost everyone. The loss of a character in this movie actually hit me. Two-Face was phenomenal. I loved Harvey Dent in this.
Loss. Oh, you mean Rachel's death?
Yeah, I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Oh, he gave him the wrong address.
It was perfect. Perfect joke.
He knew he would go to the fucking Rachel's address, so he went to Harvey's. Yeah.
And you get the the iconic scene before that where he's just like, "Where is she?" Like that voice.
Kelly is making a choice.
Yeah. But yeah, I really love this movie. If I had to say two things that kind of annoy me in this movie, is one, like the amount of suspend your disbelief of like everything working in the order of Joker wanted was just too much. Like how would is this moment you're like, how would he know that this guy would go to prison at this exact, like there's too much, what if, and people have wrote huge
too much fantasy.
Yeah, like I'm not that big into it, but it did annoy me when I rewatch it because it feels like just a perfectly crafted film that he could have like taken a few minutes to just kind of put in a reason why. So I would say that, and I really don't like the Batman voice in this and the design. I'm not a huge Christopher Nolan Batman design fan, which is funny because I think the Joker looks phenomenal. I think it's one of the best designs for Joker. So I think this has the most iconic scenes in every Batman film. I mean, the scene I just said, the death scene, Two-Face scene in the hospital.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about just like Two-Face in general? Like,
I think he's great, amazing. I think he's a great second villain. The pencil scene, one of the greatest scenes ever.
That CGI was terrifying for that time, man. It was so good.
Yeah. So this to me is definitely one of the highlights of the Batman career. I don't know if I'd put it in superior because it didn't do everything for me, but it's definitely an awesome. Yeah, I definitely still have a couple of issues with it that hold it back from superior. For me would be like the perfect Batman film, which I don't know if we'll ever get, maybe with the Batman. But like I wouldn't even, the only movie I'd put in superior for superhero movies would be something like Winter Soldier or Infinity War. Those to me
this
are
is
like,
just like, we're talking about Batman movies. We're not talking
no, I know, but I'm saying like those are the movies that like literally checked off every fucking box for me. And this just didn't. I'm missing those couple of little boxes. But overall, I think it's an awesome movie. I think it's a great movie, and I think Heath Ledger gives one of the greatest performances of all time, not just comic book movies.
I think it's superior. I'm putting in superior just because I have a lot of great reverence for this movie. I don't even know how many times I see it. This was more played in my house when I lived with my mother than probably any other movie.
And you saw it in the theater 3 times.
Saw it in theaters 3 times. My mom had a somewhat unhealthy obsession with Heath Ledger, and just other actors in general. It was mainly like Heath Ledger and like Hugh Jackman. I think as a single woman who didn't date the last 15 years or so of her life, she threw herself into movies, and I can't blame her for that. But yeah, I mean, this was played a lot in my house. I pretty much know this movie like scene for scene, like line for line almost. I put it in superior because I think it is the most superior out of all of these movies, and that's why I put it there.
Oh well, it's definitely my favorite so far.
Yeah, like if we're talking, the reason I put it superior is because would I put it as probably? Do I like it more than some Marvel movies? Like no, maybe some, but
Yeah. Oh, I'd still put it high. I mean,
I definitely put it high. I would say it's in like my top five, but I wouldn't say it's maybe my top three.
No, definitely not top three.
Yeah, so that's why like I definitely put it in superior, but I wouldn't put it as high as say like some Marvel movies. But I love this movie. I think it's fantastic. I think the acting is great. I do agree with you. I think the voice didn't bother me that much whenever it came out because I guess I was just kind of like accepting of it as what it was.
Well, because the film itself is amazing, so it's like one small part, you know.
Exactly. Like I still think the Hong Kong scene is like fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Like that Hong Kong scene is so fucking good. Um, yeah, I mean everything with Joker in it. Like you said, the hospital scene, like when he's dressing up as a nurse and shit. Like there's so many great moments in this movie and funny moments too. That I feel like weren't intentionally supposed to be funny. Um, yeah, I think it's a superior film of all of these movies, so I'm going to put it in superior.
It's king shit.
Yeah, it's the king shit of Batman live action movies.
Well,
so that's why I put it there. So yeah, I love Dark Knight. I'm a huge fan of it. And
well, you know what they say. All good things must come crashing the fuck down. And that's exactly what happened with this next movie.
This might be my life in balance. You know, you don't get too high.
No, this might be the most
when you get too high
movie I've ever
when
seen.
you get too high, your fall is so low that you make Dark Knight Rises.
Now, Dark Knight Rises. The only fucking reason I wouldn't put this in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin category is because it's shot well. You know, and there are a couple of scenes I do like.
Football stadium scene.
Yeah, the football stadium scene's a big one. And this fucking movie, man. This fucking movie.
Did you like the first fight scene?
No. You know, I gotta say, there's a.
He broke the bat. He did it.
So that was a lot of hype about that moment. It is an iconic moment in comics. It's like one of the. I would say between that and Batman holding Robin's dead body, those are probably the most iconic Batman symbolic pictures you see everywhere. And this shit fucking sucked. I mean, this is my problem with Christopher Nolan.
I remember you saw it in the theaters and you hated it. You were like, "This is too fucking long. It's so boring."
Dude, this movie did the ultimate sin. It's fucking boring. It's goddamn so boring when I'm watching this movie. I was like enraged that this movie wouldn't fucking end.
Yeah.
It's
almost 3 hours.
It's almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Fucking
2 hours and 45 minutes, I think.
I don't know what the fuck Bane was saying half the time.
I remember when it came out, you're like, he sounds like a British man that's going to invite you in for tea.
But you can't understand what he's saying. You're just like, hey, can I come in? Like, what is happening? Catwoman was average as fuck. Like, you putting Catwoman in this, you're getting a good actress like Anne Hathaway. What the shit was this? Dude, if you haven't seen that video about their fights, have you seen the roof fight scene? Have you seen the video where they point out like all the fake fighting? Once you watch it, you can never go back. So you literally, like Batman's about to fight and he's on the corner and it's like focused on Catwoman, but you can see him fighting the villain, like the henchman. And like the henchman's like 4 feet away and he goes and like flies back and Batman's just like, and like 10 feet away and the guy flies back. I'm like, oh no. And I can never unsee it because now when I watch this fucking film, I see all the shitty fight scenes.
You know why I thought that they like, I guess the Chris Nolan's fight scenes, again, shot well. So he does probably a lot of camera tricks to where like the actual choreography, like fighting choreography sucks. but the camera work is done in a way to where it makes it look impactful, and the sound design.
No, you know what fucking
Yeah,
Christopher
sure.
Nolan able to trick people to think this is a good fucking movie. This movie is trash, man. This
It
is
got so much love. I don't understand why.
This is the most like I don't understand why this movie gets love. I tried again to watch this fucking movie, and I'm sitting there with fucking Bruce in the fucking cave, like, oh, I can't move, and I'm just like, why is this movie still going? Crack his back to get him back. Get the fuck out of here. Get this fucking movie out of here. I can't. It's going in failure. It pissed me off. I'll put it ahead.
You put it ahead of Batman, Robin, and Forever?
Yeah, I'll put it ahead because it is shot better than both.
You seem more passionate about how shitty it is.
Well, you know why? Because Dark Knight blew me away. It blew me away. I was ready. I was ready for Rise. I said, let's do this. I went to the theater. I said, why the fuck are we doing this? This came out like fucking 4 or 5 years later. I saw this
2012.
I was just dating Kelly, and I took her on a day. I said, oh man, Dark Knight was so good. This is gonna be such a good movie. And I'm sitting there like, fuck, this movie sucks. I'd rather watch fucking Prometheus again than this fucking movie. I literally hate this movie.
That was really bad. I hate Prometheus.
I don't care what I'm probably gonna get attacked for this, but I think this movie is legit shit. I think it's a bigger disappointment than any other superhero film I think I've ever seen.
Really? You think it's the most disappointing?
I can't think of a because Batman versus Superman.
Iron Man 2? Well, I guess Iron Man wasn't on the same level as Dark Knight.
I mean, Iron Man 2 was a disappointment to 1 because 1 was so phenomenal, but
I'd still rather watch Iron Man 2 over Rises.
Oh, any fucking day. Any day.
Because Iron Man 2 at least has some like really dumb, great scenes with Mickey Rourke and shit that I like.
Yeah, and it still had pretty fun fight scenes. The ending with the when they shoot all the robots out, the cool scenes like that. And it's still Robert Downey Jr. He's still fun. In this, I fucking hated Bane. I didn't like Catwoman. I don't know what the fuck Batman was doing in this. He was like, oh, I'm scared. I'm going to fight. Okay, I'm going to fight. Oh, big kick my booty. I'm scared. Oh, I'm going to fight. And he fucking dies from a fucking missile or something. Oh, God, fuck this movie, man. I hate this movie. You can.
No, he didn't die because Alfred found him in Paris sitting there with Catwoman.
We don't know that. It could just be Alfred dreaming it up. But I was talking about Bane's dumbass death where he's like, and Catwoman's like, big boys get big toys. And I was like, what the? Like, this movie's fucking trash, man. I hate this fucking movie.
It's really, you know what it is? It's like the modern Batman and Robin kind of.
It's not even that.
It's almost a parody with just some of the writing, especially with Anne Hathaway's acting and stuff.
God, and fucking the Joseph Gordon-Levitt fucking
Robin.
His last name is Grayson, whatever the fuck it was. What was it? Was it Grayson?
No, his last name I think they said was Robin.
Oh, they fucking named him Robin.
His last name was Robin.
Get shit out of my face. Get this fucking movie out of my face. I'm done.
As if they were setting it up that he was going to make a fourth one with like fucking Nightwing or some shit.
Does Christopher Nolan know that Robin is the fucking nickname of the character, not the actual name of the fucking character?
That's what I feel like it is with these movies. I feel like he did not read any comics because
not if you name Robin.
And just like again, slaughtering Bane. Like it's well known that Bane is a Mexican scientist. Yeah. That's what he is. He's not some fucking Arabic bodyguard for fucking Talia al Ghul. You want to talk about Talia al Ghul too? We didn't talk about her.
No, we don't have to talk about her because you know what? She's the most forgettable piece of shit character in this fucking series. Again, this is like the most like they just
it's broken. It's fucking broken.
Yeah, it's a broken, shitty fucking cocksucking movie.
I'm actually I think I might hate it more. I think I might put it behind Batman and Robin.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it in failure. I'm putting it ahead of Batman and Robin and Forever though. Yeah,
you didn't like the big robot fucking shooting lip fucking stupid ass shit. That's not.
I think I've seen this movie twice and
twice too many.
Both times, yeah, twice too many. I feel like both times I watched it, I couldn't find like, you know what it is. I love that opening with the plane. I thought that was cool as shit.
That was pretty cool.
That was cool as shit. Like I honestly did legitimately enjoy that. And then after you're like, wow, this is dope.
And then it never goes.
And then like and
those
then
heights
30
again.
and then 45 minutes later, you're like, wow, was that the height of this movie? I think
That was the height of the movie.
I still think that fucking opening where he's like, you're a big guy. For you.
That fucking voice is horrendous. Okay. So
It's really bad. Yeah,
that's a bad movie. You know, it's a worse movie.
oh boy. Here we go. Unleash the whitey.
You know, I don't even know if I have the energy anymore for this movie. Like,
you have to muster it. I have to hear you.
Here they are.
I know how much you hate this.
All right. So if you can't tell by my room, I like superhero stuff. This is just a portion of what I have. The all other side is more. I love Batman. Batman vs Superman is the one of the worst movies ever. Not worst superhero movies, not one of the worst comic book movies, one of the worst films ever created. Zack Snyder is a pretty good, director. I think he's made good films.
Really?
I like Watchmen.
The times we've talked about him, you said that he's overrated as hell and you don't like him.
I think he's overrated. Okay, so before Batman vs Superman, I thought he was overrated because I like Watchmen. I think Dawn of the Dead was pretty good, but I don't like 300, and I didn't like Superman Man of Steel.
You like 300?
No, I think it's garbage. But I don't like the comic either. So it's not really even his fault on that one. Yeah, it's just all let's fight. Yeah, so
this is where we die.
Yeah. You got a small penis. But listen, the problem with Zack Snyder, like we
they
talked
had
about,
a lot of sex. They had a lot of sex.
Yeah, with each other. Yeah, fuck them in the assholes. That's good for them.
The grease with their soaks.
Right in the asshole. So I have to say though, with Zack Snyder, he does do these big, like, open, crazy fight scenes. And Batman vs Superman does have a really cool Batman scene with the warehouse. Everything about this movie besides that, and Wonder Woman. I did like Wonder Woman.
Do you like the chase scene? When they first show the Batmobile.
Oh, when he mass murders people, like shoots them to death. Yeah, just like Batman does.
Like driving through cars and.
I forgot in the Scott Snyder run and the and Tom King and Grant Morrison when he fucking shoots people.
Yeah.
I remember that real well. So
the nightmare,
Don't get me started. We're not even gonna get that deep into this fucking shit. All right, yeah, let's do it. So the nightmare, it's
well, they only showed a portion of the nightmare in this. It was more shown at the end of the Snyder cut for Justice League, but in this it was basically shown as like
that's true. This was
he was being held prisoner by like Superman's guards, and then it showed the fucking
with that stupid fucking trench coat suit that everybody. Oh, it looks so good. What the fuck? He's wearing a trench coat. He looks like a fucking molester with a bat mask. Like what is cool about that? I fucking hate this film. I really hate this film, which, you know what? It is sad to say because I think Gal Gadot's really good. I think I like Wonder Woman a lot in this movie for the 10 seconds she's in it. And I like Ben Affleck. Like, I do think he's a solid actor. And I think he could have played a really good Batman. But this was not him. This was not his role. That suit is the worst Batman suit. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. He looks like a fat roly-poly. He looks like a dumb fucking idiot. Like he looks like a dumb.
He looks like Fat Man, like Dark Knight Returns.
He looks like this.
He looks like that.
I'm sorry, Batman don't intimidate me with this.
I thought you said you liked the smaller ears more. I thought you said you liked the suit when it was coming out.
No, I did not. No way I said that because I hate this suit. I think it's the ugliest.
You said you like the smaller ear design. You like that more than like the Chris Nolan design.
Yeah, I do. I did like the smaller. Yeah, I like the cowl better. I fucking hate the suit because he looks like he's fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like, I don't know what's happening with this film.
I'm not the biggest fan of the design.
And it's like this ugly fucking matted gray.
It's like a gray mesh. Yeah.
Oh, God, looks like garbage shit.
I prefer all black. Like I'm just gonna, like the Chris Nolan movies. Like I prefer the all black. I thought I liked that more like tech-like design.
I don't mind different things. I honestly think the Batman has the greatest Batman design for modern Batman and for movies in general.
First movie, the Batman,
the one coming out with Christopher Reeve's Batman, by far the best design. Nice and
you say Christopher Reeve's Batman.
Yeah.
I heard that for a second.
Was that not his name?
Christopher Reeves?
Yeah. What the fuck's his name? Why am I getting? Oh, Matt Reeves. Jesus Christ. But I will say that Christopher Reeves. I can't walk that one off. No, I'm just kidding. So with this film, my biggest gripe with this fucking film is that it betrays everything that Batman is. And I'm sure there's gonna be a fanboy in here who's gonna go, Batman used to kill bitch fucking.
You just didn't get it
in 1960. Nobody fucking was reading that. I'm talking about Batman's moral compass. Batman and Daredevil, their two major things is they don't fucking kill. Like that is their goddamn character.
That's their cardinal rule.
I don't mind when Captain America
that's what their whole character is based around.
And kills. I don't even mind when Superman kills. Like I don't think he should. I think he should always find another solution. But if he has to, I understand it. Batman, never. This is the whole point of the character. Like I don't understand.
It's the whole basis on what he became a vigilante for.
Exactly. And I fucking hate him in this movie. I get it. It's the old retired grumpy Batman. Guess what? I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see grumpy old fucking Batman murdering people. That's not what if I wanted to see that, I just watch the fucking Punisher. Like what the fuck am I watching Batman for?
2005 one with Thomas Jane? Or
I'd rather watch that than this. I'd rather watch Thomas Jane and his old fucking ass fucking get beat by a gigantic goddamn Russian than watch this fucking film.
I think the original Punisher is better than Warzone though, because Warzone.
No, I'd rather watch Warzone than this.
Which Punisher do you think is worse? 2005 Punisher or
they're both
Warzone
shit.
Punisher?
They're both shit, but they're still better than this.
Warzone was like that 2008 fucking like B movie, like superhero movie.
Straight to DVD.
Yeah, straight to DVD. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I've already exerted most of my anger. It's going into fucking behind all.
You got four.
I hate this film, man.
Okay.
I think it's the worst Batman film. He's not even the main character, but he's horrible.
So we talked about why you think it's a failure. Let's talk about why I'm putting it in okay. And that is
the fight scenes.
The fight scenes and just I think Henry Cavill is the best Superman. So anything with him that I've seen has been great.
Crazy.
His fucking scenes in Justice League are the best. Those are the best parts of those movies for me.
That's like saying I took a healthy shit instead of a dumpy shit. Like it's
exactly like I love Man of Steel. I know you're not a fan. I personally love Man of Steel. That's my favorite kind of Superman. I think the Superman that is reluctant to help people because of his rejection. The Dark Superman. Like I personally love that Superman. I understand why you don't. We've talked about that. It's not traditional Superman.
It's like if Captain America's like, oh, those people are dying, man. Sorry, you called me
that's a
patriot.
It's a difference. Like Superman, like I see Superman as more as like the Injustice Superman. Like that's the type of Superman that I like.
That's the worst though. I mean, Injustice is so good because it's not the Superman that we're
I know. I'm not saying that's not the staple of Superman I like. Like the staple of Superman is like a traditional Superman. I'm just saying
that's what we deserve. We deserve a good superhero.
Like the traditional Superman I still really like. I'm just saying the one that I maybe enjoy a little bit more is like the more reluctant Superman because of all the hate and bullying he's got.
The problem with that is like the nightmare scene happens. I'm like, okay, so that's more like Injustice Superman. The problem is though, he didn't seem that much different from the fucking regular Superman. That's the problem. Like what?
I still think he's the best Superman. I'm just gonna say like that may be controversial.
Are you serious? You thought that gas station scene was fucking good for Superman, where he literally says, "I'll fucking kill you"? Like, come on, that's not Superman. He fucking almost kills Batman by standing there and fucking knocking his goddamn car to the side, and then Batman gets out of the fire.
Oh yeah.
I'll kill you, bitch. Like,
no, what is it? What is
a real Superman, a real Clark Kent would have been like, "What's happening, man? Are you having problems in life? Let's work it out." That's Superman, not this fucking.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Let me hurt them.
Zack Snyder hurt me. That's who hurt me. Sorry, I keep interrupting. I hate this fucking movie.
I mean, we don't really have to go into too much detail. I agree with you. It's a bad movie. movie. It's a bad movie, but I'm putting it okay because I would much rather watch this than Dark Knight Rises, and which is crazy because you think this is the worst out of all of them. I actually bought the uncut version on my PS4.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Well, you know why? I told you I bought it, and it is better because during the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I own it. I stole it.
When Batman throws that enemy against the wall in the theatrical version, there's no blood. But when they show it in the uncut version, there's actually blood.
And it didn't add anything to the scene.
It's just a CGI blood splatter that appears right as he hits the wall. You don't actually see any blood coming out of his body. It just is fucking like whoop, and it appears. It's great.
No, it's not great.
I still think the Martha scene at the end is fantastic.
Martha, it's my mommy.
I still think the Martha scene is fantastic with how fucking stupid as shit it is. I love that. I can watch this again. This is almost like encore for me. Like I can fucking watch this and laugh. Like,
yeah, you know what I laugh at?
You know what it is? Batman versus Superman is the equivalent of Big Weenie for me, for Eminem. That's what this movie is, and that's
why I hate it so much, because I think Big Weenie's like one of the worst songs ever created on the face of this earth.
I can't even. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in okay just because the times I've watched it over the years, I've laughed at a lot of the moments. I still think there's some decent fight scenes. And I still enjoy Henry Cavill as Superman. But as an overall movie, as writing, fucking Andy Samberg as fucking Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Like, there's so many.
Fucking bring him up.
There's so many fucking like problems with this movie, with this writing, with this acting.
You want the piss in the jar? This fucking loser.
He's basically like Howard Hughes as Lex Luthor.
Fuck this movie.
Yeah, it's awful. It's just straight up awful. There's some, I think, cool scenes in it.
No.
Like whenever
oh, you're right. Yeah, when the fucking credits start rolling, yeah, that was a great scene for me.
I do like whenever Clark gets really pissed whenever Lex takes Martha and he just looks up and his eyes are all fucking red. And he's like, "Where is she?" I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I thought that was great. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in okay. I don't think it's I do think it's terrible. I do agree with you, but I can watch it, and again, this is the Big Weenie of Batman.
I can't. I never want to see this film again.
I still own it. I still own it on my PlayStation 4, so I can go back and watch it whenever I want.
I own it too. I bought the fucking director's cut.
Did you really? Why?
Because it was buy two get one free, and I figured out Logan, and it was all 4K. It was like when 4K was like getting big. So
you bought Logan, but you've only seen it once?
I haven't even seen my 4K copy. I've only seen the movie in the movie theater. I know. I've seen this twice, so I'm a fucking awful person.
Logan is a much better movie than Batman Superman.
No. There's much better, and then there's fucking like
astronomically.
Yeah, like that's what Logan is. Logan's superior. Okay, so Joker. I don't know why this is on the list. I'm not going to talk about that much. I think it's pretty good. It's it's a weird movie. I feel like it's just an oddly made movie. Like, it has some great moments.
Very depressing.
Yeah, very depressing. I think it tries too hard to do the whole society, and I do think
there's a lot of shock value moments too in it.
And I actually like those shock value moments because
to
me, the unpredictability is what makes Joker interesting. So I like those. I like the fight, or more like murder scenes. So all that was good. The ending was fucking awful, but
the ending was not great.
Awful, and just the whole message was just like really corny. Like, it was just like, society just keeps dragging me down. Well, maybe don't be a fucking loser. But this movie was just, like,
damn,
don't dress as a fucking clown. Maybe like what do you want me to tell you? Like, maybe don't fucking talk weird.
I mean, to be fair, he did have a really terrible childhood. So
no, I understand. I'm not saying that there's not a deeper meaning to the whole society angle. Like, it could be interesting. I thought that it was just very like nonchalant doing it. Like he just had problems because his mother was crazy. Okay, give us more than that. Like I see that his mother's crazy, but why doesn't he combat that with being something better? Like I don't know. It was just not great, but it wasn't bad. Like I enjoyed it while I was watching. I didn't mind. I saw it once. I'll probably only see it once. I thought the performances were good. I would say it's like
do you think he deserved a best actor nod for it? Or rather,
Uh,
he won for it, I think.
oh, did he? I don't know if I would give him the win if he did win, but I definitely would give him the nod. Like he's really great. I mean, I love Phoenix, but it just felt like I didn't like if this was never made, I wouldn't have lost any sleep. But it made $1 billion, so who the fuck am I to say?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it between.
It was
No, I'll put it over here. Yeah.
Dude, this got so many fucking nominations.
Yeah, it's
it was nominated
really
for sound editing, film editing, makeup, hairstyling, costumes, sound mixing, cinematography, adapted screenplay, best director, and best picture. It was nominated for all of those. It won best original score, and Joaquin won best actor. So he did.
Okay, I can see him. He was the best part of the film. The script was the bigger issue than him, that's for sure. I thought there were just really weird parts, like not weird and like, oh, that's creepy Joker way, like the fucking bathroom scene. No, thank you. But yeah, it was pretty good. Like I liked it as much as like Batman Begins. Like I enjoyed watching it. I just didn't love it. I don't know if I'd see this again though, so I had to put it behind Batman Begins because I'd watch Batman Begins like if it was on TV or something.
I think that's fair.
Oh shit, you're lagging.
I'm putting this in great ahead of Batman.
Oh, can you hear me?
Am I? Am I
Yeah,
still
you're
lagging?
you're lagging bad. I can't see you. You just
I
froze.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Right when we're getting
I can hear you.
we're getting to the good one, the Joker. No, you're still lagging.
Hear me?
I can hear you, but you're lagging. It's like no, now. Oh no, that scared me. All right, well, I guess
it says my internet connection's unstable. Am I okay?
Oh wait,
am I okay?
No, you're lagging.
Okay?
Still lagging. Well, I can hear you. So give your take of Joker before we end this video.
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. I can't see you. You're lagging way behind in the audio and the visual.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm putting this in great ahead of Batman Returns.
Okay.
I think that's where it belongs. I personally enjoyed it when I did see it. I think it is I think it's a very well made film. I think it has a lot of great calls to just really society of today, and I think the way that how cruel people can be. And as a person who struggles with depression and anxiety, much like Joker in this, it's something I can definitely relate to, just from like when I was growing up as well. But I really do enjoy it. I honestly loved it when I first saw it. I think it's a little bit long. I think if the editing was a little bit better and it was probably shaved by about 15 minutes or so, it would probably be.
It's by the Hangover guy, so he doesn't know how to edit.
Yeah, for fucking real, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think if it was edited a little bit better and there was some more cutscenes, more condensed, I think it would have been an overall better paced movie. But I really enjoyed it. I think it's a great movie. I don't think it's as good as Batman Begins or The Dark Knight. But I guess it's my third favorite Batman movie.
Let's see if the Batman will beat out Dark Knight. That's a pretty hefty mountain to climb. I don't know, but you see what people are saying. I'm excited. Now,
by the way?
Yeah, now I can see it. Beautiful. Anyway, I gotta go take a shit really bad. So talking about Batman vs Superman works me up, and then the coffee comes in. And I gotta take a big ass shit after. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I think our lists are pretty similar, but slightly different. I'm really excited to see what you guys think. I'm really excited to see the comments calling me fucking moron for putting Batman vs Superman and Batman Rises in failures, but I think they are. I think the Batman vs Superman fucking nearly killed the franchise, and Batman Rises was a huge disappointment. And Batman Forever did kill a franchise. So I think all these movies are fucking failures. I hope you guys enjoyed this movie.
Like you're just trying to rush through it.
I gotta take a bad shit because I'm thinking of Batman vs Superman. I just want to take a shit on this movie. But
I'm gonna go play Elden Ring with my Gyu shirt on. I finished Demon Slayer.
Okay, we're gonna end it.
Elden Ring.